Can we all have you at your seats? We have another very power-packed session coming up right now. And this is a success story where we will know how power of data helped transform an organization. And for this, I would like to invite Mr. S Sudheer, founder and CEO at Freedom App and IndianMoney.com. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Sudheer?
The main speakers on stage. So they are actually experimenting. So people...
Is it on? Good afternoon. People say data is the new oil. But for us at Freedom App, I consider data as the engine. The reason I say that is, I started IndianMoney.com back in 2008. And this was a financial education company. We used to advise people on call on various financial products and concepts. And we used to help them make right financial decisions. So at peak, sometime in 2019, we were advising, educating about 35,000 people a day on phone. You can imagine the amount of data we were collecting. We totally educated about 9 million people through call center driven model, but we had a strong backend to collect the data. We were collecting upwards of 100 data points during every call. And this was more about helping people to make right financial decisions. And during this phase, we started thinking scaling this model is going to be tough because we were then advising about 35,000 people a day and we had 800 people in the call center. To advise 100 more people, I had to add 3 more people in the call center. So that was kind of quite tough. So we decided why not move into app-driven model from call center-driven model. And when I shared this idea with my board, they were apprehensive that people may not pay for education or content on an app. People may not subscribe to it. I said, let's do an experiment. And by then I had about 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. I reached out to my YouTube audience and announced that I'm conducting something called Financial Freedom Workshop. And I charge 3,000 per day to attend the workshop. So I launched this first workshop on the 3rd of November 2019. By the time we had the first workshop, 3 more were booked. And it was a day-long workshop. I conceptualized this workshop and organized it to teach people the 5 things we do with money. We earn, we save, we spend, we invest and borrow. And when I announced this, people were obviously interested to join because I had this followers on YouTube. They naturally subscribed to it. Between 3rd of November 2019 to 6th of March 2020, I conducted about 28 workshops, met 7,000 people, made some 2 crore rupees money. This was on all Sundays. But then, this taught me, these 7,000 people I met, they taught me, it's not that we don't know how to manage money, we don't have enough money to manage. Tell us how to make money. That's when the big realization about data happened. We are always biased when it comes to data. Whenever you want to collect data, you want to conduct a survey, you get biased. You go to people with some preconceptions. You want answers to your questions. You really don't want to know what people want. We went with an open mind and we told people, it was basically a workshop we organized to understand what they, should we move from call center driven model to app driven model. But they said, we don't need a financial education app, we need a livelihood education app. And that changed our fate once for all. Then I came back to my board and made a presentation. I told them we are not going to launch a financial education app, we'll launch a livelihood education app. And on the 20th of March 2020, Just 4 days before the national lockdown, we launched Freedom app. Today, it is the largest livelihood education app in the country. We have about 9.3 million users, 900 plus courses across farming, business, and personal finance. And the best part is, again, this was again a learning from our users. They said, we don't want you to teach us from the books. You make the books to teach us. Basically, we reached out to successful people from different fields and we requested them to teach. So for example, on Freedom app, someone who is teaching honeybee farming, he is earning about 4 crore annually by selling honey. He is teaching. You want to start an affordable healthcare business or a clinic, Dr. Devi Shetty is teaching how to build an affordable healthcare business on Freedom app. You want to start a logistics business, the transportation tycoon of India, Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar is teaching how to build how to build a successful logistics business. Like this, we reached out to about 1,500 such amazing people across farming and business, and we requested them to teach. During this phase, initial days, we had this one big challenge. When I studied the success story of Netflix, Netflix is not about marketing. Netflix is not about content. It is about content discovery. It is about showing the right content to right people. So we had this big challenge. We have so many courses. People reach out to Freedom app, they download. How do I show the right content to them? And then I sat with my tech team, my engineering team, and we started churning data to understand. Then we built a data science model, which is today guiding our audience. Once you download Freedom app, what matters to you? At every stage, as soon as you, the moment you start, from every data field we collect, we optimize their experience on the app using this data science model we built. And believe me, whatever little success we have got in the last 32 months is because of that. The second thing was, we started advertising, marketing. Obviously, we have to reach out to people. I had only 500,000 subscribers. Today we have about 2.7 million subscribers on YouTube. But then, that was not enough. So we had to figure out a way to reach out to people. So we advertised on TV. Didn't really see the results. We started advertising on newspaper, front page, full page ads. Didn't really see much results. We advertised on YouTube. Again, it was reaching out to the wrong audience. Google ads, optimization, didn't really make sense. So then we again sat with our data. And we noticed one thing. The kind of audience who come to Freedom app saying, I want to earn money, a majority are those who are like breadwinners of the family. So not those aged below 20, 22, not those who are aged up, above 60, 65, not those homemakers who are not really, having that. See, there are homemakers who use Freedom app, but not those who are, having that aspiration to earn money. So then we decided, can we do something interesting? Today, we, Freedom app, created a new revenue stream for the entire news industry in the country through this experiment. You know what we have done? How many? I don't know. You might have seen our ad. Today, we have about 22 crore YouTube subscribers. Not mine, obviously, but we have partnered with news channels like News 18. News 18 group about 6 channels, YouTube channels. TV9 group 3 channels. ABP 2, India TV, and we partnered with Republic Bharat, Z group, some 6 channels, some more South Indian channels in Tamil, Kannada, Telugu. Total about 27, 28 YouTube channels, about 22 crore subscribers. And what we have done, they release hundreds of, about 60, 80, 100 videos to their YouTube channel every day, right? When they release the ad, we have integrated our ad exactly after 1 minute of the content. Plus, we have also stitched a line of information saying, download Freedom app, enter this referral code to get the scholarship, things like that, in the description. And today, we get about 1.1 crore views every day to our ad. And that drives all the downloads we need. And this was primarily because of the understanding we had about customers we have. So I think based on this, my understanding here is that data is not about how much you have. It's not about what you have. It is all about why you have it and how you use it. Many a times you affect your business by collecting more than what you need. And many times you collect a lot of data to make your entire platform slow. I believe that collect what you need, use it wisely, and make right decisions leveraging data. Today, I have a large call center team who calls these customers who download Freedom app. Among 1,000 plus salespeople I've got, some salespeople are from farming background. A farmer downloads Freedom app, these guys handle it really well. Some of them are from family business background, or they have some understanding of business. They get connected to a small business owner or an aspiring business guy, they speak really well. Some are homemakers, they connect really well with homemakers. And the customers who come to Freedom app as well, those who spend more than 10 minutes in the app, they speak in a particular way. Those who spend more than 20 minutes in the app, they speak in a particular way. Those who perform certain actions which we have identified, they speak in a particular way. So now what we do, we use data science model we built, and we grade these leads. We also grade our salespeople, and we do a perfect matchmaking, which has now increased our conversion percentage, which was initially about 1.2%. Today we are at 6.8% conversion. Predominantly because of this matchmaking engine we built, leveraging data science and obviously data. So I feel when you have data with you, don't let it rest. It is important that you use it very effectively. And today, I think in the last 32 months, today we are at a MRR of about $2 million within 32 months. And I think that kind of speed we were able to achieve because of this. And thanks to DNB for organizing this amazing initiative. I'm sure everyone can be benefited from this. This is my journey of building Freedom app. Would love to take any questions if you have. Yeah.
You spoke about 5 things we do with money. I really like that anecdote. Can you just repeat it?
We earn, we save, we spend, we invest and borrow. That's all we can do with money, right? And this is not taught in our schools and colleges. That's what we teach in Freedom app. Please check it out. Yeah.
Question is like, as you said, right, Freedom app is being used by a variety of people, like from farmers to from households to business. According to my knowledge, farmers may not be that educated. How they are managing to use the app?
Okay, this is an interesting question. In fact, her question is farmers, small business owners, homemakers, how savvy are they? In fact, this is a very important insight. The reason we started our call center is because of that. A lot of people download Freedom app. They get to see our ad somewhere. And then, see, they have a smartphone. See, today, those who don't have a smartphone, obviously they don't download the Freedom app. They have internet connection. That's why they download. Once they download, the problem is they are not that savvy. They don't navigate. They don't go through all the features. So what we have done is we've created this call center team who calls these people and guide them on different features in the Freedom app, and they make them perform certain actions. And I'll tell you, we have built this data science engine. What it does is it listens to their actions when they are on call with our salespeople. For example, you have downloaded Freedom app. I call you at 10 o'clock. I speak to you for 15 minutes, from 10 to 10:15. During this time, how many actions you perform on Freedom app? Which means the pre-sales team, when they are guiding you, if you are dancing to their tunes, which means the conversion chance is very high. And actually, those customers who speak for more than 10 minutes during our pre-sales call and perform certain actions, the conversion percentage is about 30 to 33%. So again, in the earlier model, I was just checking how much of business opportunity I lost. We were not listening to this. Just see what happens normally in the call centers. A sales guy will call and he'll speak, pre-sales guy, and he has been asked to collect certain data points. And he collects, he updates it. Now you make decisions based on the data points updated by the pre-sales guy. That will not be effective. Believe me, I think that's only 10% effective. You want it to be 100% effective, you listen to these actions when he's on call with your salesperson. Today, when the sales guys, pre-sales guy is speaking to the customer, during that 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever the actions he performs tells me clearly whether this guy is interested, whether this guy is going to perform the transaction or not. So our subscription value is very less. It's only 5,000 rupee. So now we achieve two things through this. One, those who are not so savvy with smartphone technology, we guide them. We don't lose those customers. Number two, we are able to grade the leads leveraging those actions. Yeah.
I have a question on your data science model. Hi, I'm Siddharth, by the way. So it looks like it's the gold mine on which the platform is based. Do you use any causal reinforcement learning on your recommendation engine? Or is it one of the more vanilla recommender systems which you have been like...
I'll have to bring my CTO here next time.
Okay.
So I'm not a tech guy, but I can only talk to you more about the user side of it, but the technical side, I'm not an expert.
No problem. The only reason I ask is because it's a very clear-cut case of where you're saying, I have an intervention, I want to drive the intervention to basically make the user do something, and then want to measure the effect of the intervention, which is basically all about causal inference. So that's why I was basically going towards causal reinforcement.
So I can tell you this. So today, just this morning, before coming here, I asked my team to share a small comparison between MoEngage we use. They have a data science model to predict the leads. They say these are hot leads or the prospects, things like that, right? So they give you a grading. We have built a data science model. Our model is now 4 times more effective than the MoEngage prediction. This is what I got just today, this morning, so I can tell you this much. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, that's the core. So what we do is we've created this property called Freedom Nest. Freedom Nest is a network which we have built where our users, once they learn from Freedom app, if they implement and if they start something of their own, they are inducted into Freedom Nest program. So that's a kind of offline plus online. So we have this online support system we built through the app. So again, this is like when they start, when we started, we just had courses. And those who were watching courses, they said, I've got questions. They used to call our call center. And we said we have to reduce the number of calls to our call center. How do we do that? We built a community where people can ask questions, answer questions. And today, that has got a huge, FAQs, and people can now get their questions answered automatically. And then people started saying, in the community which we built to ask questions and answer questions, they started selling, I've got 100 chicken, I want to sell it. I've got 100 goats, I want to sell it. Or I need this bandur sheep or whatever. I mean, they started posting the requirements or posting the whatever they have got to, the stuff to sell. Then we decided, how do we fix this? So we created a marketplace. So within Freedom App, where they are able to now transact. And then they wanted to connect with each other. So we built a network like LinkedIn, a mini version of it where they're able to connect with each other. So that's what we have done to address that. I think I'm done with my time. Thank you so much. Great interacting with all of you.
Mr. Sudheer, I'd request you to be on stage just for a little moment longer. Thank you so much for such an insightful session. And we'd just like to hand over a small memento to you. I'd call Vipul Oberoi to hand it over to you. Thank you so much.